Good morning, ninth class. Welcome to the revision session of your economics lesson, People as Resource. Ma, in this lesson, we have seen how human capital can be converted into a wonderful human resource. Yes, ma, how a liability can be converted into an asset. So, what are the requirements which we talked about? The only two requirements are education and health. When education and health are provided to the people of the country, then they can be converted into a very good resource. Then people can be considered as an asset than considering them as a liability. Okay, ma? And especially in a country like India, where the population is very more, when this education and health are concentrated, then obviously the population which we consider to be a liability can be converted into a very good asset. Now let us go into the lesson. In this lesson, the first thing I want to tell you is you have to concentrate on these sources very much. Any source can be taken and questions can be asked on these sources. For example, see here, India's Green Revolution. Here a little 4 lines about Green Revolution is given. About Green Revolution you have learnt in your first lesson, right? Now, they may give you this as a source and they may ask you what were the main aspects in the Green Revolution. So, they are trying to link the second lesson with the first lesson. So, you should be in a position to write it. Right, ma? Now, here, see here. In this lesson, the lesson starts with the story of Sakal and Vilas. The story of two friends, Sakal and Vilas. One who was very highly educated and who has turned himself to be very good productive human resource. One who was not at all given any education and he stayed back in the same condition without any improvement. These two stories I think you can understand very easily. You can go ahead with reading them. Now, here, let us discuss the economic activities by men and women. Here, in the Indian economy, when you speak with respect to work, when the work is considered, then the economy of the country is divided into 3 sectors. Mainly, the primary sector, the secondary sector and the tertiary sector. Now, what are the things which come under the primary sector? In the primary sector, you have agriculture, forestry, animal husbandry, fishing, poultry, farming, mining and quarrying. Means all the activities which are carried out by using the natural resources come under the primary sector. Understood? Now here see. The second is the secondary sector. Manufacturing is included in the secondary sector. Secondary sector also called as the industrial sector. Primary sector is also called as the agricultural sector. And the third is the tertiary sector or otherwise called as the services sector. In this what will come? The activities which are not covered in the primary sector, or the secondary sector, they come under the tertiary sector. Did you understand this? So what are the activities which come under the tertiary sector? Here you have few examples: trade, transport, communication, banking, education, health, tourism, services, insurance. All these come under the tertiary sector. This is also called as the services sector. About the sectors of Indian economy, you have got a complete lesson in your 10th class students. Okay. Now see. Here see. Now these activities are called as, or the activities performed in each sector, they are called as the economic activities. Now these economic activities again are classified into 2 types. Now what are they? One is the market activities and the non-market activities. Okay. Now what is market activity? We'll see. Market activities involve remuneration to anyone who performs. That is activity performed for pay or profit. So when we are doing any activity and we are getting some money from the market, we are being paid for doing a particular activity, then it is called a market activity. We are getting profits by doing a particular activity, then it is called market activity. In market activity, there is in market activities, you get money from the market. Okay, the person who performs a market activity, he is getting money from the market in order to do a particular activity. Understood? And non-market activities are the production for self-consumption. Non-market activities are the production for self-consumption. So here see, when the best example of a non-market activity is a mother doing all the household work. Here a mother does the entire household work. She looks after the children, she takes care of the house, she cooks, she sweeps, what not she does. She is doing A to Z of everything to you. But is she paid for her services? No, she is not paid for her services. So that is a non-market activity. So you understood na what is the difference between the market activity and non-market activity. Okay, so here see, now here let us go with the quality of population. Now what did I tell? As I told you, what are the things which determine the quality of population? It is literacy rate and health of a person. Okay, these two determine the quality of population. So here first let us speak about education. Now what are the steps which the government has taken in order to enhance the education in the country, in order to promote education in the country? Now see here, more of emphasis is given on girl education, and schools like Navodaya Vidyalaya were started in each district. Okay ma, occasional streams were started. Occasional streams means I said na, occasional courses are courses which are usually taken up for a very short time. There will be some 6 months course or 1 year course, and in that a person who studies an occasional course, he gets to know some work or the other. Okay, and immediately after the completion of that course, he can start earning doing that particular work. So that is occasional course. So in this way occasional education is being given more of importance. And see, even in the budget also more amount of budget is being catered with respect to the education. Here you have got, see here ma, you have got some figures over here. Those also you have to read, because they may ask you in the first plan. See here, for example, the plan outlay on education has increased from rupees 151 crores in the first plan to rupees 3766.90 crores in the 11th plan. So this can be a fill in the blank. The same sentence will be taken, and here maybe this one will not be given or this one will not be given. You have to fill the gap. Understood? And in the same way, the next line, see here, the expenditure on education as a percentage of GDP rose from 0.64% in 51-52 to 3% in 2015-16. So this is also the same way. Or they may ask you, is this one statement will be given, is this true? Okay, state whether it is true. Rewrite the sentence can also come from this. The figures may be changed. Okay, and they may ask you to rewrite the correct sentence. So these are important. Okay ma. Now see here, another important program with respect to promoting education was Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan. One was Navodaya Vidyalaya, establishment of Navodaya Vidyalaya, and another one is Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan. See here, Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan. Okay, this is a significant step towards providing elementary education to all the children in the age group of 6-14 years by 2010. It is a time-bound initiative of the central government in partnership with the states, the local government and the community for achieving the goal of universalization of elementary education. This entire thing you have to write it as it is. If it is given, what is Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan and its objectives, maybe for 3 marks, then this paragraph should come. The complete paragraph should come. And other thing I want to tell you, when you are answering the questions, please see that you answer them point wise. It is easy for the evaluator to correct also, and it is easy for the evaluator to focus whether you have written all the important points or not. Understood, ma? So, Sarva Siksha Abhiyan is another program. And the third program is the midday meal scheme. In order to promote education, 3 main programs were undertaken by the government. One is Navodaya Vidyalaya, the second Sarva Siksha Abhiyan, the third one is the midday meal scheme. Again, here also 4 lines are given about midday meal scheme. Please go through this one. Okay, ma? Now, here again, with respect to health. Now speaking about health. With respect to health, what the government has to do? Okay, it has to put in more primary health care centers. See, here you have got the definitions of infant mortality rate, birth rate, death rate. You please by heart these definitions. By heart you have to. Okay. Now coming to the most important aspect, unemployment. Unemployment, you have got 3 types of unemployment. One, seasonal unemployment, disguised unemployment, and the third one is educated unemployment. What is seasonal unemployment? Here you have seasonal unemployment happens when people are not able to find jobs during some months of the year. You have to give an example. What is the example? Agriculture is the best example. In agriculture you find seasonal unemployment. The laborers, they find work only during the cropping season. That's it. Disguised unemployment. What is disguised unemployment? You learnt it in the last chapter. Disguised unemployment, people appear to be employed. They have agricultural plot. This also example I have told you many times. I have told you example of disguised unemployment. You can go with it. And what is educated unemployment? This has become a common phenomena. So many youth with matriculation graduation degrees are not able to find job. This also you can give an example of educated unemployment. So if they ask you what are the different types of unemployment found in rural as well as the urban areas, you have to write seasonal unemployment, disguised unemployment and educated unemployment. Now again here, the disadvantages of unemployment. Unemployment leads to wastage of manpower. Explain something. If asked, unemployment tends to increase economic overload. Unemployment has detrimental impact on the overall growth of the economy. These are the disadvantages of unemployment. Okay, ma? So here again employment with respect to 3 sectors. Now see what is given here. Employment structure is characterized by self-employment in the primary sector. So when we speak of employment in the 3 sectors, in primary sector it is self-employment, because primary sector means agriculture, ma. Agriculture means usually people work in their own land. So here you find self-employment. Okay. Now agriculture. Now see here, agriculture is the most labor absorbing sector of the economy. There has been a decline in the dependence of population on agriculture, partly because of disguised unemployment. Okay, earlier agriculture was the most labor absorbing sector in the economy, means it provided lot of employment, but because of this disguised unemployment, now that dependence of population on agriculture has come down. Okay, now see, in the secondary sector, small scale manufacturing is the most labor absorbing. Okay, and the tertiary sector today, ma, it is providing employment, but the employment opportunities in the tertiary sector are very less when compared to the primary sector, because in tertiary sector if you want employment, then you should have the education, skill and the required knowledge. So this is all about people as a resource, students. Ma, each and every source is important for us. Here you have got some information in tabular form. Please try to, they will not ask you the figures, but just for a general understanding you go through them. Okay, is that clear? All the best for the exam, ma.